Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island.
Okay, episode 28 and 29. We are now in Casa Amor. I have notes, very thorough notes. Okay, so it's so hard to go back to Sunday's episode, but it really broke down between Sunday night being the Casa for the girls, and then tonight's episode was mainly the guys with the girls. So, okay, but I do want to mention this. On Sunday night's episode, Jess brings up to Grace that, because Grace was still bothered by this. This is before Jesse and her kind of buried the hatchet. Mm-hmm. And Jess brings up to Grace that he did the same thing with Samantha to you. And it like didn't register to her. And at first I was like trying to figure out if that's what Jess meant. Like, but then when Jess pulls Jesse, it's like, well, Grace did that, if not worse, to Samantha. And we didn't treat her poorly. So why is she treating you poorly, basically?
Exactly. I am glad someone said it. Like, this was the Jess I liked, you know what I mean? Because she's being real with Grace and she's like being real with Jesse. So that's a good way to handle it, I think. She is telling Grace, like, listen, you did the same thing. And she's telling Jesse, like, Grace came in here, she did that, and none of us treated her badly, but now everyone's going to treat you badly. Like, it is messed up. It's wild to me that someone had to break it down like that for Grace. Like, she just lacks complete self-awareness. I
still don't think she gets it.
No, like I think she genuinely feels betrayed by Jesse, but Grace said it herself. Like, Jesse doesn't owe you anything. Only Joey does.
Exactly.
And Joey, honestly, to be frank, like owed Grace a lot more than that. If they knew each other on the outside and dated on the outside, like you should show her an ounce of respect. He really is over Grace. Even in tonight's episode, he's like, oh, we're done. The second the bombshells walk in.
Wild, dude. And honestly, when Jesse was talking to Grace this episode and she was like, oh, he's already like has 6 people in the hideaway, and she was like, it's just pretty wild, like that what he did to you when you guys knew each other. She goes, no babe, like it was insane. And honestly, it really was savage.
It's savage. And if this is fake, then honestly, she should break up with him for real anyway, because he's making her look so bad. If they get back together after this, like, she looks like an idiot. So yeah, one way or another, like, they shouldn't be together. But if this isn't fake, then Joey Essex is psychotic.
And Joey like has this thing where he's like, I hate when the guy who like leaves you or like bails and ditches is like, but I just want both of us to be happy and find happiness. It's like, dude, we could have had happiness together.
Like, you know, one way we could be happy is being together instead of me being miserable and you just, like, he just wants it to be some other dude's problem. Like, you don't want both of us to be happy. You just don't want to look like a dick and I'm standing here by myself.
For sure. And yeah, I'm glad they like had that girls' day, because Jessie really, I felt really bad for her. Like, she's like alone on the beanbags by herself. Like, I really kind of do feel like she's on the outside anyway. Like, no one's really treating her like she's a bombshell and this is what she's supposed to do. It's just, I don't know. I felt bad. And even in the girls' day, Grace kind of apologized. But I don't know. Did she, register, or it was still felt like it was about her, you know?
Yeah, I feel like it was one of those like, well, I'm sorry if you felt that way kind of sorry.
Right. So true. So then they go on the girls trip and then they get taken to Casa Amor, and we see literally the D team of men that came in.
No, they literally were like, which are the biggest losers out of this bunch, and let's put them in Casa. I'm like, this is Casa Amor. And
what is this?
Dude, those guys were grease balls. Like, I'm sorry. I couldn't pick one guy out of that group that I found to be super attractive. Compared to the guys in the house.
No, the best was when you when Love Island like posted the guys, and everyone's comments are like, why would you do that to the girls? Like, hold on, it was so funny. And it was all like ex-Islanders. It was like, why would you do this to the girls? Even my head wouldn't turn. No girls will be making wild speeches this season. Like, it's like, why do the guys get pretty girls and the girls get this? Like, and I get it. It's like people's like family and like, it's so fucked up to say that. But like, what? First of all, do you have my little card thing that I sent you?
Yes. I have it on my phone.
Like, this kid, Joel, needs to get the fuck out of my face, dude.
Joel looks
he wears his stupid sunglasses on his head as if they're part of his hair, like cut. Like, it's like, yo, I wear these sunnies. It's night and day. He wears them. Literally, he woke up with them on his head in the same position. I can't stand this guy. He skeeves me out, dude.
Joel looks like a kid in middle school, like being Justin Bieber for Halloween.
Honestly, Hugo like has some potential without that stupid chin strap thing.
I mean, some potential, but he gives me the ick too, and I just can't put my finger on it.
But did you hear him talk and stuff though?
Jake gives me the ick so bad, like.
Yeah, I know. honestly, like all these photos are so bad.
And poor Lionel. Oh man.
Honestly, is Mimi into that though?
Even Blade, like, no, I don't think Mimi's into any of the guys. I think Mimi's like, none of these guys are as good as Io. And like, compared to Io.
But I kind of liked Lionel's like aura and vibe.
I actually think he'd be like really good to Mimi. And like, we all know where Io.
That's what I'm saying.
And also.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I could see them together. But she shut him down real quick.
You're playing with that thingy near the mic.
Oh, sorry. And then Blade, just like a bartender in the buff.
But it's like Grace, like when he was talking, I even wrote this down. I was like, Grace is so into him. And then it was like, who would you rather share a bed with? And she chose him. Like, honestly, like when he was talking, she was like lit up. And I don't know why, but she's into him.
I think she's like genuinely really into him.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I hate every one of them, like with a passion. Jake, okay, they are better in the villa than they are on these photos.
100%.
Okay. Yeah, but I am surprised to see like they are. I think these girls like do like the look of Jake and Hugo.
Yeah, like maybe it is just like our types are just very not that guy.
Yeah.
But also, like the girls do seem genuinely excited about those guys. So maybe they're just not translating, on film. But something that I think we're forgetting, like we use bombshells so often, we're forgetting the meaning. You know what I mean? Like bombshell means like drop dead gorgeous. Like literally anyone would change for him. Like we're talking Adam Collard level of hot. And
yeah,
I'm sorry, these men just are not that. The girls are bombshells. Like the girls are, all of them are 10s out of 10s. They're so pretty. They're like bubbly, they're fun, they're energy, they're ready to go. Like these boys.
No, the guys are fucked.
Are not
the guys
bombshells.
Are fucked. Yeah, I agree completely. I wouldn't even call like half of one. Like not like even.
Like if these were the guys we started with, we'd have 5 Seans in the villa. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Bless him, that guy who said that Matilda's punching above his weight, and she had like no clue. It's like, girl, like she really was like, it was like this was news to her.
But I think that's like actually a sign that she genuinely likes Sean.
Yeah, true.
Like she doesn't feel like she's settling for Sean. I like that.
Yeah, that's.
Do you think she'll stay loyal to Sean throughout Casa?
Honestly, it's like all these girls really have to choose between these two guys. Yeah. Like if Grace is with Blade, Do you think? Yeah, obviously. Like,
yeah.
Why not? I honestly thought she'd kind of go for Mosiah, but I don't know if she even, like, has entertained that.
And I don't think any of them have really talked to him.
Yeah, no one really has.
Tonight's episode either. So I don't know. He might be just falling into the friend zone. And then it seems like Jess really likes Hugo.
Yeah, they were, like, holding hands and, like, cuddling, like, hard.
And she hit us with the prizes right in front of another.
Oh my god.
She's ruining that word for me.
It's like a drinking game. Like, we should all be drinking every time she says prize.
Literally. It's, like, so cringe.
It's really cringe. And imagine watching her going in and then her saying that to your face.
Imagine. So true.
I honestly felt like I felt like I read his thoughts in that moment. Like, oh, this girl's saying it to me.
Imagine being on the receiving end of on the prize and having to sit there and, like, take that seriously.
So true. Someone needs to tell her.
No, like, someone's got to tell her. Just talk out of, like, the front part of your mouth and stop saying prize.
Please. Please.
She only does it when she's flirting. That's why it's weird.
I know. It's so bizarre, dude.
It's like, you are pretty attractive, you know.
You think? Tick, check, check, check.
No, I can't with that. That's another thing she does. So what's your type? Then they start naming it. She's like, tick, tick.
I hate that, dude.
Also, they could be saying anything. She's just like, they're like blonde hair. She's like, tick. I used to be blonde in the 3rd grade. Like, she is unreal. In a bad way.
Yes. I know. She's so annoying. So, yeah, I don't know. She might be with, she'll be with Hugo. No one really seems to be, like, going for Jessie. I don't know if Jessie's... It's like, honestly, these girls have nothing to choose from. So they're going to go back to their guys. They're going to all look like
idiots.
Pussy whips.
Yeah.
Because there was no options, while the guys have literally so much to choose from.
No, I feel like the producers set the girls up for failure. Like, I think the producers wanted all the guys' heads to turn and the girls to stay loyal and walk back to like, just
exactly
nothing. Because I find it strange that these, like, the Casa team should be the hottest people I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry, that's just a fact. Like, they're coming in.
The girls are
through. Exactly. They're coming in halfway through. We need immediate attractiveness, and, like,
yeah,
I get it could build with the girls, but if you're trying to get these girls who are so into these guys to turn their head, we need the hottest men we've ever seen. Like, I'm sorry, Will is really attractive. Who's Uma gonna choose?
We need 5 more Wills.
Like, Will, dare I say Uncle Joey's better looking than half these geezers in Casa.
For sure.
Like, I never thought I would say that.
Honestly, like, Sean is better looking than these guys.
Honestly, when I saw Sean in the villa after these guys, I was like, Sean's kind of hot. Like, that's how bad it is.
It's really bad. I don't get it. This is crazy.
It's so bad. And it's been going downhill for the girls. Like, do you remember when Villa used to be the hottest, tallest guys?
Yeah, it's like, honestly, the guy, I was thinking about it. I'm like, are guys just not wanting to sign up or, you know what I mean? Like, I guess, like, influencers, dudes, like, do they want to be on the show? Like, do they even need to? Like, where are the hot guys?
Yeah.
Finance guys. I'll take a financer. I'll take someone who doesn't know the show. Someone needs to go out in the street and just watch people walking the town of London or the streets of London and just, or wherever, Essex, Manchester, anything, and just fucking start snatching them.
No, I will say, I'm looking for a man in finance. 6'5", blue eyes. That's what they need. But
what is that?
Oh, it's like a viral, like, audio on, like, the apps.
How do you know it and I don't?
Dude. I'm shocked you've never heard that, because when you said you were looking for a man in finance, I'm like, she's surely gonna go, I'm looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes.
Honestly, all tick.
On the prize.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jessie is gonna walk back alone. Uma's definitely gonna be. Will might be changing. Honestly, like, all the guys are are up for the taking.
Nobody's safe. Like, truly, nobody's safe. I even...
But I think Ciaran will stay.
Yeah.
He did kind of tell that girl no, so.
Yeah, and from the beginning, he was kind of like straight up with that. What do you think about the daybed situation? Because Ciaran said he's going to sleep with a girl.
Yeah, he's like, we're all adults here.
I'm like, are we? You just turned an adult.
To be honest, though, like, when the girls sleep outside, I just find that, like, dramatic.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I was in Casa and I was, like, closed off, would I sleep outside? Like, probably not. I'm scared of bugs. And everybody in their bathing suits and all their, like, sunscreen and stuff sits on those
No,
beds.
I'm not going outside. I'm building a pillow wall, and we're just doing that.
Yeah, like, I can, but if my mans didn't sleep outside, that's a problem. You're a man.
For sure.
Like, go sleep outside.
100%.
Like, there's a double standard in my mind. Like, I think the girl doesn't have to sleep outside, but the guy should.
For sure.
Like, and also, Ciaran, you know who you're with. Like, you're not going to sleep outside.
I know, that's so funny when they were zooming in on the phones.
She was so excited. She's like, you can see, it's clear.
It's crazy. I was like, damn, the producers put a stop to that real quick.
Yeah, they probably, like, confiscated their phones.
Yeah, right? But no, yeah, she's crazy. And even the moment that guy said that Ciaran will turn, it's like, girl, you have so much, like, you distrust in this guy already, and you're supposed to be in the honeymoon stage, and he has done nothing. And you're fucked.
You're actually, like, locked away on an island. Like, what's gonna happen in real life when you can't monitor his every move?
Oh my gosh.
And
exactly,
pulling him for the chat today, like pulling Blade for the chat in tonight's episode to ask again why he said that about Ciaran, like, cringed me out for her. I was like, you don't need to ask. Like,
it's red flags all over the place, and she knows it, and she knows it, and she knows it, but she's in love.
Yeah.
Do you think they're in love?
No. Well,
right.
I think she could be in love with him, actually, but there's no way he's in love with her. Like, in love? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's just...
I don't think he knows what that means. It's just a girl that's been around longer than 2 weeks. Like, it's just like... Even, like, Mike was like, all right, can you take the headphones off? And we watched it today, and I was like, this guy's slept with 120 girls. He's like, makes sense. He can't even remember that he met this girl before.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, first of all, he can't remember if he met you. Then he can't remember what happened after he met her. He was like, so were we, like, messaging or...
like, did we... Or what?
And then Ciaran said... to someone, like, I don't think she's one of the 120.
Oh, shut up. I missed that.
That's why you need the subtitles.
Yeah, I do need the subtitles.
It was, like, in the background. And honestly, sleep with 120 girls. But saying, I don't think she's one of the 120 is
amazing.
That's gross. Like,
that's going to be a movie night.
1,000%.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, 120 is a lot of girls to keep up with. I understand that, but like, maybe don't say that out loud.
That's a crazy thing to say.
Crazy. And, like, genuinely, I don't think he knew. Like, I think...
Genuinely? Like, these people need to start saying genuinely instead of generally.
What is that?
It's bothering the shit out of me. When you watch it with subtitles, does it say generally?
Yeah, and I thought it was just the subtitles at first, like, making me think they were saying that. But now that you say it, they're definitely saying it.
Oh, it's wild.
Because I was like, oh, it just sounds like generally because they're accents, but, like, surely they're saying genuinely.
You would think that the subtitle guy would correct it.
But I think the subtitle guy is from the UK, so I think they are saying generally.
I don't know, man. Okay, so then we go to the girls in the villa who are gorge. It seems like Emma and Joey have smushed before.
Completely just, like, sex, and that's it. That seems all there is between them. And then he said he didn't date her, so, like,
what else is between Joey and anybody else? No, like, for real?
Literally. I swear I thought he was kidding today when he was like, oh, I know her. I'm like, oh, he's just, like, playing a prank. No, that boy has been around town.
Oh, for sure.
At his age, imagine how many.
Imagine his number, yeah. Like 400.
Easily.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know, like, I don't know if they'll couple up. I thought he'd go for the little blonde petite Lucy, who's like gorge.
I thought so too. But it seems
like Will has snatched her.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know, because I was wondering who Joey was going to go for. I agree. I thought it was going to be the petite blonde or the other blonde. But he just seems to be so overwhelmed. Like, he genuinely couldn't stop looking at just, like, the group of them.
Yeah, he's like, oh my god, what do I choose? What do I do? Is Jesse a thing? Like, maybe he's like, he like broke. He's like, producers, like, what's my next move here? What am I supposed to be doing?
Exactly. I think he's just trying to figure out, like, so can I only go for one bombshell in this situation?
Right. Imagine if Ronnie was there.
No. Ronnie would be game over. Like, I just can't believe what we're missing.
And then we would have seen Harriet have the most amazing, like, mental breakdown, like, and like yell at him, and just, it would have been so good. It would have been
epic, because 100% she would be sleeping on the daybeds by now, and like Ronnie would literally be making out with someone.
I know. I can't believe it.
But do you know what they didn't do this year? Is they didn't have the guys pack the girl's suitcase.
They must have done it and not
shown it.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah. Weird, because like usually they like leave something, you know, unless these guys are just like those big of dopes that they didn't even like leave anything in the girl's suitcase.
For sure.
You know? That's actually, that's what happened.
But it would have been nice to see them open. It's like we like want their downfall. I'm like, it would be nice to see them open with no gifts. Like, yeah. So Io and that girl are for sure. They're like glued to the hip, which I like them together. Honestly, like he does seem like happier. He's engaged. And I wouldn't mind if Mimi and Lionel connected.
Yeah, I do think Mimi should like be a little bit more open, because again, I will just say, like, I think Io thinks of Mimi more like a friend. Like, I think he might wish he had more deeper feelings for her, because she's a good girl, and I think he like genuinely likes her. But I think for him, it's more of like a friendship, and I wish he was just like a little bit more upfront with Mimi about that. But like, again, I'll just go to at night when everybody else is making out. Like, sometimes they cuddle, but not really.
Yeah, for sure. Like, but I think that's Mimi.
Yeah, I see that too. Like, I think she's like maybe a little bit more reserved in that way, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I just don't see those like romantic vibes from Io towards her.
For sure. It's hard to be reserved like in a situation like that. Like, yeah, you have to kind of let your morals go out the window.
Yeah, unfortunately, like that's not the show for you. You know, if you're like reserved and have morals and are worried about what people are gonna watch, you know?
Right, exactly. I think that was good. I did like, what's her name? Jessica. Oh my god. Ciaran said some really good advice. I don't know if you heard it, but he was like, don't listen to your head because your head's too smart. Listen to your gut because it'll tell you how it is.
Yeah, that, I didn't get that, but it did sound good.
You didn't get it?
Like, I don't understand. Like, if your head's so smart, why wouldn't you listen to your head?
Because your head's overthinking. Your gut is going on instinct.
Mm-hmm. I do strongly believe in
it's something you don't understand.
Yeah. I'm like, so, like, not overthink?
You're like, don't listen to your brain. I don't get it.
I'm like, I simply...
all those crazy-ass thoughts, don't listen to them?
I'm like, is it ever quiet in here? I'm overthinking about overthinking, you know?
It's probably why it went right over your head.
Yeah, I was truly like, what's this guy talking about? But I do think listening to your gut is good. Now, he was giving Sean that advice. Sean seems a little bit scared about what Matilda is going to do. Do you think Sean is going to get into one of those cycles? Because I feel like this is a Casa cycle where you think they're going to move on in Casa. So then you
like do? Nicole.
Huh?
Like Nicole. Like they're like, she's getting freaked out now. Nicole's not going to move on, but someone did that too last year. where they really got in their own head about that.
I think it was a girl.
Yeah, it was a girl.
Like, I feel like she got so sure they were going to bring someone back, so then she did. And the guy did.
Yeah.
That's something I would do.
Yeah, me too. For sure. For sure.
And then I come back and the guy's alone. I'm like, fudge. I just really messed that up.
So, yeah, I don't know. I think it ended off with Io and Jessica talking.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, like, she's really pretty. And she's like, pretty faces are meant to cause problems. I'm like, girl, preach. Because we are just a bunch of problems. We are the problem. We don't cause them.
Yeah. No, we are the problem.
Okay, so then tomorrow night, is that game where they, like, make out. And then fucking Ciaran makes out, and Nicole reads it. And she's like, who the fuck is Lucy? And Lucy's that hot little blonde.
Oh, yeah, it is. The Scottish one?
Yeah.
But you know what? They also, like, they are just playing Nicole up because it would usually be, like, Villa's fastest or Casa's fastest. And then you would have to, like, be like, oh.
Yeah.
Ciaran's the tallest guy or whatever. But they straight up said, Ciaran kissed Lucy. What are you going to do about it, Nicole?
It's so good. It's honestly that they do, like, with the, I think it was Faye and Teddy, and they did the postcard.
Oh, yeah.
And Teddy slept on the thing. Faye did it. Like, Faye brought someone back.
Yeah, it was absolutely Faye.
And Teddy slept on the D-beds the whole time.
Yeah.
But they ended up together, so that was cute.
Are they still together in real life?
I feel like they just broke up.
Dang.
After a dog and everything.
Horrible.
I know it. I know, like, who gets the dog? Me. I get the dog.
Always getting the dog. Yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, no question.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Are you taking both of your dogs?
Hell yeah, it'll just me and my 2 dogs. I could have nothing else in this world. But I'm taking the dogs.
I'm taking the dog. Okay, yeah, so I guess we'll see tomorrow. I really don't look forward to these games, though. Like, so much making out and licking and all of that. But...
Ew. And when they have
they have to kiss those guys.
I feel bad for them. They're gonna have to kiss like all of them, you know.
And no, and Joey, like, I can't. Like, I hate this kid. Like,
also something that's like so annoying about Joey is like the girls are going to Casa and Joey Essex is like,
no, sorry, Joey, the other kid. That's who I meant though.
Joel.
Is that his name?
I don't know. Or
Joel.
But Joey Essex, like, pretending he didn't know what Casa Amor was. Like, it wasn't written explicitly in his contract. I'm like, come on. He's like, but just because they're over there doesn't mean there's going to be a lot of guys. I'm like, Joey.
I'm like, he's a good actor.
So,
all right, guys.
We'll see what happens.
We will see you tomorrow. Yep. Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.